Hey, this is Doc at Cobalt Property Management, and this is another video in our series of what to inspect when you're doing your inspections annually on your investment property, whether there is a tenant in it and you're just doing an annual inspection, or at time of move out, move in of a tenant. So today we're talking about the inspection you want to do prior to winter. Obviously, when the temperatures change and things are freezing, we want to make sure that we're following a checklist of what needs to be done on a house in terms of maintenance to ensure that we're not dealing with a very expensive repair out of some sort of negligence or not paying attention to a potential issue. So these are the five punch list items for things that we look at when we're getting ready for winter on our properties, whether they're vacant or they're being lived in. So number one is making sure that all your garden hoses are detached from your water spouts. It's very common. We see it a lot. People forget. It's on the side of a house you don't go to very often, but they leave a garden hose connected. Ultimately, that freezes, and it freezes your hose, and it freezes your hose, and then it freezes your water spout and causes damage. So we want to make sure that all of those are disconnected. The second thing is we want to make sure that if you have a sprinkler system, it's blown out. So we contract with a company that handles all of our blowouts in October and does that for the tenant. We don't want to leave that up to the tenant to do. We don't want to leave it up for the tenant to prepare the property. They don't know the property as well as we do likely. And we want a professional to go ahead and blow those out and then reactivate them in the spring to make sure the system functions accordingly. Now, the third thing, and this is commonly overlooked, which is when you have an AC unit, that AC unit should not be ran under 60 degrees outside. So if it does, that could drastically reduce the lifespan of your unit. So what we recommend and what we do is there is a fuse box next to your unit outside that has a fuse that you could go in, pop it, and then turn it over and pop it back in, and that disconnects the fuse so it can't be ran. So we recommend that that be added to your punch list if it isn't already, to disconnect the fuse. So if the AC is turned on in the winter, it does not kick on. Fourth thing on the list is your roof debris. Making sure that there's no moss, there's no leaves on your roof. If that debris stays there while during the winter, it can cause premature ice damming and really limit the lifespan of your roof. So we want that to be cleared off so the water drains appropriately and it doesn't freeze on top of your roof. And then the last thing is your gutters. So it's very common when fall hits, all the leaves come down, that those leaves fall into gutters. Nobody pays attention to the gutters. They block the system, and then water saturates it, it freezes, and then the snow comes off. It mounts on top, adds extra weight, rips away from the house. Now you've got, number one, you've got damaged gutters, and you also have water falling against your house, which isn't a good thing either. So we'd recommend if you're in an area where you've got a lot of trees, a lot of leaves coming down, that you make sure those gutters are clean before you go into winter after the falling of leaves happens. So those are the five things that we have on our punch list for as we go into winter to make sure the house is ready for the winter freezing months and that our properties are well maintained. I'm Doc at Cobalt Property Management. If we could help at all, please feel free to reach out at rentcobalt.com.